Hi, I'm Curie. This is a world that was just now made. Actually, is that a creaking? Well, that was quick. This is a world that was just now made, and hopefully the start of a world that I will be in for a very long time. Because not only will I be recording this is a world that I've always kind of wanted to do because I see a lot of people. I'm gonna gather some wood while I say this. I see a lot about people making worlds that they just stay in forever. Like, it kind of combats the whole thing that a lot of Minecraft players feel, where, we have a tendency to play single player for a little bit, get past the beginning stages, and then kind of quit out. Not saying that everyone does that. There are a lot of people who don't, which is good. It's a good habit to not do that. But unfortunately, forgot to make a crafting table. I am one of those people, which is not ideal. No, we don't need a pickaxe, just an axe. It's not ideal because realistically, it's so much more fun whenever you can get a full world going. Whenever you can, no, whenever you have a world that you've been in for actual years, you can always look back and just reflect on the builds that you've made, see the progress you've made, like, as a builder as well, but just overall as a Minecraft player. It's great for memories. I don't really have that. I don't even have a main Minecraft world right now. Well, I mean, I do, this one. But aside from this, and it's just sad. I've played this game far too long for that to continue being the case, so I figured I would make one. And while I was thinking about that, I also knew that I would like to record it because I've always wanted to record playing Minecraft. Always wanted to be able to post it, and I've had my channel for a little bit and have not yet posted anything. So I'm like, what if I just did both in one? I'll finally start recording like I've been wanting to, and I'll be able to start a world like this. Okay, you got a sapling, we're good. I'll be able to start a world like this, and the coolest part about that is, not only do I get to document it on video for, anyone watching, for you guys' entertainment, I also get to kind of, I don't know, I kind of get to look back on it and see all the stuff that I've done and watch myself make the things that I've made. It's a cool way to keep the memories, as well as it kind of forces me to stay on it. Because it's not that I've never wanted to do this, it's just that, I don't know, I get to a certain point and then I feel compelled to just make another world. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's missing the beginning feeling of a Minecraft game. Maybe it's just the beginning feeling of playing Minecraft. Maybe you just want to go with another theme than the one that you set for the world. I don't really know what it is. I don't know why it's so common. Also, I'm playing with a texture pack, which I'm sure you guys have noticed. Not everybody likes it, which is fair. It's, it changes the vanilla look. Some people love the vanilla look, some people prefer the textured look. I don't have to play with it, so, I'm definitely open to feedback about this, but I think it looks really nice. It makes the tools look cool. It kind of goes, this pack specifically, kind of goes with the complementary reimagined shaders that I'm using, like the leaves and all that. The water looks nice. I just think it looks cool, but again, up to you guys. Let me know. Oh, another thing. I know, I play Minecraft with my hand on the left. I am left-handed. It was a random, spontaneous decision I made when I was young, and it's kind of just stuck with me. I just like it more now. I'm used to it. It feels weird on the right side. I apologize. I'm sure that it looks weird for everyone else, and for those that hadn't noticed it, that now do, I apologize for pointing it out. So, I'm gonna be honest. Typically, what I do when it comes to Minecraft is I start a world. I find a spot that I kind of like to build in, or think that I would like to build in, and then I get a cave nearby, jump in the cave for like an hour or two. Ooh, some coal. Something like that. And then I return to the surface and start working on a base. I won't be doing that this time, because first of all, I don't feel like that's the most fun way to watch someone play this game. And second, this is hard mode. And while it's not crazy or anything, hard mode isn't exactly like super difficult, I would still care to do it in the order that I feel appropriate for the difficulty setting. So we're just gonna grab some coal and a little bit of iron, just enough to where we're able to make some basic tools, because building a base still takes a while, it still takes a lot of resources, and I'd rather mine with iron than have to get all of those resources with copper. I hate that. Get away! Whoa. I didn't realize that this pack changed how things move. That looks freaky. Die. Oh, I don't like spiders. Out of here! Oh, that's nasty. Die. Also, I know that I'm not placing down any of the torches, but since I'm not playing with anyone else, the courtesy thing isn't really a part of it, and usually whenever I've explored a lot of a cave, I place a torch at the entrance that lets me know that the cave is basically done being explored, and that I don't have to go back in it. And that's kind of like my way of doing it, instead of just lighting up the whole cave. Which I know isn't always the best idea, especially because, you know, if you die down here, it's nice to have the way lit up to know A, how to get to your stuff, and B, for the sake of monsters not spawning on you. But, alas, I do it the difficult way for no apparent reason. Does save on resources, though. We didn't find iron, which isn't the worst thing. We'll look in other areas and or just do some harvesting with stone tools. First house isn't going to be that big of a house anyway, so, you know, it's okay. I'd say that I got like 90% of this, so there we go. Mostly done. It's getting dark, so we should probably try and find some sheep for food and beds. Hopefully we'll find a nice spot to build nearby, because, oh yeah, that's enough. Ah! Because, you know, a lot of the time, whoa, that's a lot of sheep. A lot of the time I spend a ridiculous amount of like my first play session on a world just searching for where I want to live. Sometimes I don't even actually get a house down. I just search for where I want it to be when I play next, and then I build it. Which, you know, I don't know if I'd go as far as to say that's a bad habit, but like, I would prefer to be able to make a house in the first video, you know? Get the basic essentials down. Yeah. That's foul. In all fairness, though, this isn't... Nope. This isn't a bad spot, because we have dark oak over there, we have the creaking biome there, we have birch, normal oak. That's a pretty good assortment of basic wood types that we just have kind of around. So, and I mean, look at this area. It's on a mountain, which I can't... Oh yeah, we even have a nice cave system. I don't hate building on mountains, but it is kind of annoying to get up them. But that just gives me a reason to work on my staircase building. But yeah, this is a nice area. It's like a very floral mountain. I think we could build some cool stuff up here. We're surrounded by good wood types. Overall, it's... yeah, it's a good spot, I think. Wait, hold on. And there's cherry wood. Okay, yeah, no, confirmed. We are at least building our first base here. We can move it later if we want to, if we find a better spot, but this shall be the start. Not right here exactly, but this is where I'm placing stuff first, because we really... oh wait. because we really need to get some food. Nice. Oh, wait, what? Oh, the saplings! They're so cute looking. I like it. Is it? Ah, it does sway. It's very nice. I really do like this texture pack, though. Adds a charm. So we'll grab this stuff. And let's go get some wood. We're gonna need... Actually, we're gonna need a lot of stuff. We're gonna need some oak. Oh, well, it's usually what I build out of is oak, spruce, dark oak, and birch. Specifically the logs. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care a lot for birch wood, but I do love the look, or birch planks and normal logs, but I do love stripped birch logs. I think that they're just different enough from oak to add an accent to your builds without looking too different, and I really like it. So I'm thinking I'll grab a good assortment of materials, good assortment of woods, stone, and maybe some decorational blocks if I can find any. And then maybe we can start on our first base. That would be pretty cool. I'm thinking... Hello. Really... Ooh, whoa. That looks cool, and so does this. We could extend our builds like over to there, maybe even over there at some point. Build something cool there. Get ahead of myself. We'll make something cool. We'll do awesome things. A lot of the time I struggle between choosing a base type look versus more of a house. This time, like this playthrough, I think I'm gonna go with the house type builds, like houses, towns, stuff like that. See if I can make something really cool around this mountain area. Plus, a lot of the time my first base is a hobbit hole base where I dig into a mountain and I just decorate and customize the inside to look really nice because I don't have to worry about building the exterior. So I'm gonna get as much materials as I can for the house, wood, stone, stuff like that, and then we will get on to the building phase. Alright, so I've gotten some materials. Just a few, you know, just enough. No. Okay, so, you know, it is a good amount. I'm gonna start smelting some of this stone now, actually. In fact, I'm gonna make 2 of these because we're gonna need a lot of stone brick. That is one of my favorite building materials, actually. And now is the time where we're gonna have to start kneading. I doubt we're gonna need any actual cobblestone, but in case we ever do. So, stage 1 is done. Resource collecting. Now we prepare for stage 2. Oh, by the way, I have not found any iron. It is so sad. I've been looking for it, knowing that, like, what I'd be doing here. Knowing that I would be doing a lot of resource gathering. It just doesn't exist. As for now, we gotta decide on a place to build. Do we want to build at the top of the mountain, or maybe down it a little bit? I'm thinking up here is a nice spot. But over there, actually, hold on. No, because that's just normal plains, and as nice as normal plains look, this place looks nicer. Either way, we're gonna have to do some terraforming, which is stage 2. But could be worse. I grabbed a nice assortment. Unfortunately, there's no spruce around here that I could find, but this should be enough for us to make a decent house. Decent looking, make it look cool. Yeah, I don't know, because there's not a lot of flat land. So I would say we either build up here on the top, we just terraform this out, or we build over here, like right there. Actually, let's check out the area. I like how the grass shifts, it looks nice, but yeah, we could build here. What's that? We could build here, expand it outward, make it look cool. But yeah, I'm thinking up there. I'm thinking we build up there. We get like that part done, we can build more down here. The only thing that's unfortunate about building on a mountain like this is I sense a lot of terraforming happening. Because, well, yeah, it is a pretty big mountain. We're gonna have to try to make it flat and level it out at some point. Especially if we're gonna be building a lot of things. I don't know, I can feel the terraforming. Hills, stairs, but you know, that sounds like fun to me, actually. It sounds like a worthy challenge. So I'll just leave this stuff floating. And yeah, now I'm just gonna start doing a ridiculous amount of terraforming. So again, like with the resource gathering, I will see you when this is done. Okay, so we have a terraformed area, kind of. More terraformed. I'm thinking we can build a starter area right here, our first house, and then, you know, we can always expand with more terraforming later. In addition, we can also make certain like bigger things elsewhere, like over there. That's a lot of area for things like farms. It doesn't have to be all too close together. I'd like to build some stuff close by, but the way that we're gonna have to do it is with, I would say, a lot of stairs, because we could build something like a farm down here as well, and then just have like a pathway with some stairs leading down. It's challenging to build on a mountain. It definitely can be, but it can be done with the right amount of terraforming and good builds, so let's try it. Alright, so now it's time to start with the first part of the house, which is the foundation, and we'll build up from there, because, well, that's what a foundation is for. Alright, so if I wanted like the front to be right here, right? That's where I wanted the door, which actually isn't ideal. If I wanted the door like right there, you know? Gotta build out. Maybe the door will be here. Somewhere around there. Yeah, that's a good, like, start. So now we build back. Also, as well as playing on vanilla Minecraft, which, if I'm being honest, is probably my favorite, I do also love playing with mod packs. I have a few that I'm messing around with right now. Not that it has to happen or would happen anytime soon, but I would also be very open to playing with mod packs, like messing around with them, especially the more survival or like quality of life focused ones. Like the Homestead mod pack, I would love to play that at some point. So I probably will play it at some point, obviously, but like I would definitely not mind recording that because it looks like so much fun. Not just that one, but there are also others that I would obviously play. That's gonna be a lot of spruce. It's probably not gonna look right with dark oak. If I use pale? I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to use normal oak for it because I'm gonna be using that enough anyway. I just hate not having spruce anywhere. I guess we'll see what it would look like. Like if I did build it like that. I mean, it's not too big of a contrast, I don't think. I think that can definitely look good, and I can always change it if it doesn't, so we'll see what we can do here. So I'm thinking we build that back as well, because the whole thing is going to have to be made like this. Maybe not, maybe just like an entrance type of thing. It's not going to be that big, all things considered. Still not 100% sure how I feel about this. Literally, I've never built with pale oak before. But I guess that is just a reason to finally try it out. Now I guess I'll go for the roof, see how I can make that look. That is also going to be made out of dark oak, so we're going to have to make a lot of stairs. I mean, the less box-like it looks, the better, usually. So I'm thinking that. See if it looks good if we do it on this side as well. Nah, I think that's a decent start to the entrance, at least. I don't know how I feel about using the pale oak yet. I can always just switch it out if I don't like it, but I think I can do something with this. Yeah, something like that. Might should have built it here first and then started with the matching, but much I can do about it now. Yeah, I kind of like that. This isn't probably the like, these aren't most likely the colors that I'd normally go for with something like this, but man, I am curious enough to see what it will look like. For that reason, I'm going to do it anyway. That in the middle. And the same here. I mean, I don't hate that by any means. I think it looks kind of nice. We'll see what we can do moving forward with it. This is a good start. I know that I just like put this here to try this out realistically, but despite my earlier decisions, it's come to my attention that it might be a little too pale, because I can't help but feel like that might just look better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, now we just build across with these. We just kind of replicate the we just kind of replicate the frame of it, and then I think this as well. From oak log, it's stair, upside down stair, plank. Yeah, and then we have that nice peak at the top. Okay, I like it. Could most definitely be worse. And if anyone asks, that's what I'm rolling with. No, wait, hold on. What am I doing? I'm too used to making tools. We need our stairs. Okay, that's not a bad, like, start. I can't say that I'm a giant fan, though, of the pale oak, so I think I am actually gonna replace this. It's not that I dislike the pale oak. I think that the pale oak looks nice. It's just, it would look a lot better if the accent wood was spruce and not dark oak. But we haven't found spruce yet, so I mean, if we do at any point, I'd be open to replacing it later down the line, but since we haven't yet, instead, well, we're gonna go with stripped birch. And in a minute, we'll build the second half of the house, because this is very shed-like. I do have to say I like that more. So I think we'll stick with that for now. We'll add more outside accents later. In fact, I'm gonna put this in here for now. And yeah, now we go to, well, first of all, I gotta make the overhang back here, or else it's gonna look flat and weird. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go get just some basic dirt. We need some for placing down while we're building. So let's grab this. Yeah, one more, making it even 15. Sweet. Alright, that's at least the very start, the roofing of the house. We'll make it look better as we get other stuff going on said house. Okay, so I'm thinking we build a little side area, side room. Oh, wait, hold on, I know what's also wrong. I completely forgot to swap this out back here. We'll get rid of the foundation block where it's not needed. It's that there. Okay, now we can build a side room right now. Actually, this isn't necessarily a room as it is just like part of the house, so I'll probably break this whole wall down. Kind of like the same style that we had before, like this. Okay, so now we destroy this. Okay, so now we'll get to see what we can build over here. Because, well, a lot of it's actually going to be how we're going to do it. I think, really, we just mold this into here, like that. On both sides. Just pops out another one. Now I get to do the exact same design. I actually don't have to do it exactly the same. In fact, there are benefits to not. So, actually, I match this like this. It doesn't have to peak in the same way, but it should peak. I don't feel like the flat roof does it the justice it should have. No, that's also not high enough up to do what I was thinking. If it's going to be a flat roof, it just has to be a flat roof. It can't extend out in the cool way that I would want it to. So, yeah, we're gonna need some more stairs. Should be enough for now, at least. So the roof should be just ever so slightly different. And the way that that comes up to a peak like that. This one's more of a flat peak. Now we gotta fill this gap, and I don't know what the nicest thing to fill it with would actually be. Well, actually, first, what I'm gonna do is add more framing for any of that. Actually, yeah, you know what? Because this would actually be one back. Like this. This is not actually where this would go at all. It would go here. Just for the sake of making it look a little bit more 3D. Now this is supposed to be back there, and it covers it a little, which is supposed to look better. I think that it definitely does look better like that instead of like it was. I like how this looks as the entrance, though. I mean, I guess we should just continue it with birch. So we'll build up here. That looks pretty nice, I think. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think it would look better as spruce by a lot. But unfortunately, we're still without it. When we get it, I could swap it out. I guess it just depends. I'll leave it up to opinion. I guess I'll do the thing where the oak extends out one on all of these areas. Honestly, I think that's like just the best looking way to do that. So we'll do it again over here. And then we'll fill in all the rest of it and it'll be fine, like that. Now we come over here and we do pretty much the same thing right here. Just think it adds to the look. And then, you know, this is like right on the outside. So no need for it there. Yeah, I think that looks better. There's an item over there that's bugging a little bit. Okay, we should probably make a door as well. I think dark oak looks pretty cool. Spruce is probably also better for that, but actually I don't know, I like it. Okay, so that's most of the house done. We're gonna have to do a little bit more. A few more finishing touches. We go inside, for example. So it'll be 3 blocks tall, the house itself, which I think is good. We will use stripped oak, I think, for it. Actually, no. We will use it as like a divider line here, though. But not for the whole thing. I'm thinking we'll just use dark oak like we've been using. That anymore. I know. It doesn't match up with the rest of it. That's terrible. It's better that we just don't have one, or match it up there, but I mean, at that point, I don't really see why. I do think that to make it look as nice as it can, that we should expand this out a little. Like that. Make it less like a square shape. And put some like kitchen area, furnace, chest stuff over here. Bed stuff over here. I mean, all things considered, it's not a giant house. It's very much just like a starter house, but I do like it. It'll do what it needs to do. It'll keep us away from things like that. Give me that. But it's definitely not like the house that I'm gonna be using for the rest of the game or anything. I'll definitely make something much better later. But I think that this is a good start. Gonna move some stuff inside, hopefully not get hit by anything. It is unfortunate that... Actually, no, never mind. We can just put them there. Then we'll just plop everything in here. I'll make a chest organization system later. Alright, and that is the beginning house complete. The one that we, well, I mean, I'll decorate it a lot more. I'll add stuff on the outside when I get it. Some lanterns and other things when I come across the materials, but that's the outside. We have a pretty basic inside. I might actually remove the stone floor, add another type of flooring later, or maybe like a smooth stone. but I'll like make it down a level so it'll look better. Might elevate a ceiling. I don't know. It'll. I'm sure that it will have changes done to it and maybe some upgrades, but it's a decent house to start with. So we didn't do any mining, but we did explore. We found a good area, a little bit of terraforming resources, got the house done. And next time we will start on the mines. Hopefully we won't die because this is hard mode and skeletons are a thing. In my opinion, worst mob. But it was fun to build. It was fun to get all this done, and especially to be recording for you guys with me. So in that news, I will definitely try to be posting again soon. I want to go for at least once a week. But overall, thank you for watching. I will see you next time, and goodbye.